Yes, sir. Ready.
I'll start recording here.
Recording, audio's going.
I am rolling.
It's good to be back.
Hot damn, the gang's all together.
Did he read it yet?
Read what? Oh,
Is this a book club?
We've had to instate some rules
just saying.
for legitimate bartenders.
I don't know where to go with that. Sorry.
You like that.
I feel like we made all of our shrub jokes.
I know.
I was thinking about
Right?
that too. Yeah.
Well, we also have.
But yeah, because it's peach and apple, so dead ass.
All right.
Oh, that was creepy.
No, sorry. This will. I'm thinking about something that'll come up during it.
I bet it will.
We have bogeys incoming.
No, they didn't even look at us, bro.
Oh, okay.
They were there last time.
Man, how do we introduce Shrubs?
Is,
Murphy,
is,
how
is,
do-
this, is this a cold open?
Well, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. What do we do? Is shrub backwards brush? No,
No.
it's Birch.
Yeah.
Close. I could be Brian Birchwood.
Always making it about yourself.
For the record, what is a shrub?
Well, that's what we're going to explore. But it's, I don't know, it's like a flavor infusion.
It's a maceration of herbs, vegetables, or fruits with sugar and vinegar.
So it's not like
It's
a
a-
plant shrub.
No,
it's
those,
actually-
those are the shrubs.
Shrub actually comes
Yeah.
from the term.
Wait. Save.
Oh, okay.
I was just trying to
I thought
do
maybe that might get us going. I don't know. Fuck, shit.
No, we gotta get that cold open.
I know. Oh, you're right.
Oh, here we go. They were there last night.
What?
Thousands of them.
Oh.
Banging at the door. And they're all saying the same thing with their beady eyes and they're grabbing hands. And they're
Doctors?
all asking.
Were the doctors back?
No.
Lawyers.
When's Trevor coming back?
Oh, yeah, they were.
Do you
getting
guys
rid of
not
them.
like Trevor anymore? It's been 20 minutes and there's no Trevor.
Well, here he
You're
is.
welcome.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. That didn't land.
Let's see.
All right, it wasn't weird when everybody said it in the comments. It wasn't weird when people were saying it to my face. I am gonna admit, it was a little bit weird when my daughter turned to me and said, "When's Trevor coming back on the show?" There's literally nobody who's not asking for Trevor. So you're welcome, sweethearts.
Also, sounds like you might have some questions to answer.
Yeah. Not that one. Can I be honest with you guys?
For the first time, finally, yes, go.
I got into a kind of a rabbit hole on YouTube the other night, and
Yeah.
I decided to impress a girl,
Go on.
and I thought I'd show her our show. But I
Swing and a
tried
miss.
You
We
give
can
a
try
type.
that again?
Yeah. Well, aim for like 10 seconds total.
Can I be honest with you guys?
Yeah.
I kind of tried to impress a girl the other night by showing her our show.
Was she impressed?
She was impressed on how much you make a mess.
Wait, what are you talking about? Okay, all right, this is. I'm a legitimate bartender. I told you.
That's good. I like that one.
Cool. Yeah. Let's dive back in.
All right, we are back here at Parker Jazz Club with our favorite bartender, Trevor.
Dude, it's been too long. I'm so excited. All right, explain to me what the heck is a shrub?
So a shrub is, and we're going to say this as concisely as possible, and I'm really going to enunciate when I say this, a maceration of vegetables, herbs, fruits with sugar and vinegar.
When you're saying maceration, is that two words? Like you grab a bunch of fruits and you serrate them all at once? It's a maceration?
One word.
Wait, what does that mean?
I was like, fuck it, I thought you were going to say something. I know what maceration means. I don't know how to actually define it like sounding intelligent.
Yeah.
It's combining ingredients and letting them sit on top of themselves and bake.
I've only got one X. I can't look
I
up
got-
maceration.
You only have one Jason head?
No, I got it. No, and maceration is it's letting things cook on top of themselves. It's like letting it do its own thing. I just don't know how to properly say it. Maceration. God damn it. It's been so long since you guys
ceviche or
like
something?
tripped me up.
Like how you cook fish with limes.
Yes, exactly. It's
Like
like,
a ceviche?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
ceviche. It's also the wine stepping process,
Didn't mean to assume you would know
stomping
that.
process.
Will you become a viral video sensation by breaking your ribs?
What?
Oh, you don't remember that?
The wine stomp lady?
Yeah, wine stomp ladies.
I never saw that.
Lost track of how many times I watched it. It's pretty. It's mean, but yeah, man.
Oh, it actually has to deal with skin. I never thought about it, macerated skin. It's just, it means to soften. It's Latin for soften. Breaking down substances in fruit preparation, the process often occurs when soaking fruit in sugar, alcohol, or other flavored, So it's softening. Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can roll with that.
You want to take
Okay.
it back from the beginning, or okay?
Yeah. All right, we're here at Parker Jazz Club with our favorite bartender, Trevor.
It has been way too long. Explain to me what the hell is a shrub?
So today we're going to be talking about shrubs because a lot of you guys have asked, especially after the meat episode when they had to make fun of me. I didn't appreciate, but
it's in
hey,
the contract.
the word is maceration. Okay, we're just going to leave it at that. But it is a maceration, which means to soften or break down. And what we're doing here with shrubs is you're going to have a vegetable, herb, a root, or a fruit, and then you're going to break that down with its own sugars by adding sugar and then adding vinegar.
And forgive me for being reductionist. We're basically creating the flavors that go in the snow cones, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Tiger's blood, if you will.
Yeah, this is an addition. What kind of drinks do shrubs go in? Remind us.
So anytime that you use a shrub, you can make what is the hot new trend right now, which is a mocktail. But a lot of times you're going to make kind of like a Ricky. And a Ricky is a one-in-one where you just simply you have all your flavor, you have all your sugar you need. You simply add a spirit to it, maybe top it off with soda. Don't even really have to do that most often, but the soda will kind of like cut a little bit of the tinge out of the drink.
So essentially, it's your drink, and then you're gonna zhuzh
Add
it
the
up with a
booze.
little bit of booze.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so shrubs have been around for like 4,000 years since ancient Roman times. They're vinegar-based in a lot of cases, and they were popular during Prohibition as a mocktail because people couldn't drink and lemonade was a little boring. So let's put some vinegar in there to give it a little bit of bite. Cool.
Don't know where to go from there.
So maybe yeah. So they put vinegar in there to give it a little bit of bite. So how do we make one?
It's pretty easy, and the thing is, when I make shrubs and people try it, and people think they're just amazing and outstanding, it's almost like a magic trick. It's almost like an illusion. Because really, all I'm doing is I'm just picking flavors that I think would go well together. And today, I brought along the supplies to make.
Back
Yeah,
everything up.
yeah,
let's
yeah,
give
yeah,
let's give
it's-
it context. Maybe give that same ending, and then say, in this case, we're looking at a couple of shrubs that you made.
Thank you.
Tell us your method.
Okay. So, like during Prohibition, people would drink. So during Prohibition, since they couldn't have alcohol, people would make these mocktails and just kind of juice them a little bit with this vinegar-based beverage. So you've made your own. Show us how.
Okay, so it's pretty simple, honestly. And people ask me, how hard is it to make a shrub? It's not. The job is done by the product itself. That's what macerating is. It's softening the
Let's do this. Since the question is, how do you do it?
I forgot we already
Just
answered
start
it.
talking about how you do it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go right into step one.
Okay.
In general, and we ran into this the other day, like whenever possible, any statement that really boils down to, I'm about to tell you a thing, just cut
say-
it, just go straight to telling the thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's simple as can be. I mean, really, you're just going to take these fruits that I brought today. I picked out some flavors that I thought would really pair well together, and we're going to chop the hell out of them, put them together with some sugar,
So that's what we're gonna do, are we?
God damn
It's okay. That's okay.
So here,
I'll
wait,
rephrase
wait.
tee
I'll
them
rephrase
up.
it.
Yeah.
it. Well,
Yeah.
I'm realizing I don't have, like, wait. I got confused by what you were saying. I'm going in and I'm just going to make it.
Right. He
Yeah.
says, how do we do it?
Yeah.
Your first words are,
First step is
step
step
one,
one. Yeah.
we
Thank you.
grab.
Okay, now, okay.
Everything's present tense. There's no what we're about to do.
Yeah.
Okay, first I'm going to need gloves and a knife. I just realized.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Let's get them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking doing it again! Everyone breathe.
It's funny because I mean, look, I'm one to talk. I get caught in those loops. I can't even make a fucking sentence.
Same.
But you know, I can't even imagine. You know, first time shooting with.
Oh, yeah.
You know, him being a 10-year fan, I was just like,
And already having a routine where it's
Yeah.
like, oh, this is what I go into. That
Yeah.
that switch was flipped, and so I go. No.
well, and you could tell that. Because like watching his performance at DEF CON, he does rely on that. That is his semantic crutch. You know, for me it's ands and ums and about to starts or whatever. But for him, it's like his default mode is to buy some time
Oh,
by
yeah.
getting ready to get ready. And so it's hard to break that.
I'll tee you up again too.
Yeah. I'm just going to get this prepared under here and pull it out. Like
Okay.
we're on an infomercial. For specs, we're going to do that right there. Okay. Oh, gloves. Do you want me to,
Ready?
Do you want me to put them on?
Yeah,
For
just
posterity,
for
yeah.
continuity.
Cool. These things are expensive. Don't give me. Don't
I
give
know.
me-
I'm with you.
Okay, let's tee up. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, ready.
All right, and you've made a couple of your own shrubs. How do we do it?
Yeah. So I'm going to show you guys how it's really simple.
Is that what you're gonna do?
God damn it! So I'm just going to say first. Yes.
We begin
It
with,
just-
or
it-
any
it
version.
sounds-
I
it sounds so
understand.
it sounds so elementary. Damn it! All right,
All right.
go.
All right, and it's really easy to make your own shrubs, which you've done. How do we do it?
Here we go.
What's the first step?
I'm going to take the fruits that I've chosen to macerate, and I'm going to chop those up. And since I have apples and peaches, I do need to core them. We got to take the pit out of the peach. We got to core the apple, but it's pretty simple.
Sounded like a lot of work.
The fucking knife. God damn it!
And that knife.
No, I thought I said it.
I don't.
No. Fuck.
Back. No.
Fuck it. Use the butcher's knife.
Hell yeah.
No, I don't. No, I shouldn't be. I should not be anywhere near a knife like this, but we'll be fine.
Okay.
Everything's fine.
Do you want to take the gloves off? Let's take the gloves off and do that again.
Yeah. Oh, here.
So I would say that to begin, start by saying.
First
the-
step, let's core these
Yeah,
apples.
like for some
Actually,
reason, like I'm having a hard
what you
time.
want to do is you want to call your shot. You want to say, what we need is blank. So to get there, we're going to begin with blank, blank, deep, dop. Now we're doing the what? We did the thing.
So,
next up, what we need is, so basically each time we're asking, where are we? You're pointing to a specific spot on the horizon.
Okay.
And then you take us there. And then we're like, now we're here. Next up, we need to go over there. So we're going to get there like
he
this.
tees me up and I say, what if I say something about with this shrub I've chose to make, I need to start coring.
Sure,
Yeah.
or maybe even begin by presenting the shrub that we're making. Like today we're making, you're pointing to the horizon. Today we're making this. What I love about it is that it's got blop, blop, boom,
That
boom,
helps.
bloom.
That's better. That's
Yeah, there you
better.
go. So
Okay.
basically, you're our Sherpa, you're our guide. You're going to point where we're going. You're going to explain why
Okay,
it's great.
okay, that's how we did the cocktails. So
Exactly.
that's easier.
Right,
Okay,
right.
cool.
And you can sort of set up our own success condition where
That-
you say, if we do this right,
For some reason, that's easier for me to wrap my head around.
yeah,
Yeah.
if we do this right, we'll have this, that, and the other. It'll taste like this, and we'll all cure cancer. Let's start. And this is the first step. I was about to ask if there was anything we needed to change about your tee up, but I think it's fine. Yeah. Okay. So,
Yeah, that'll be easier.
Okay. And whether it's your shrub that we're trying to make, or you could say, well, to me, the hallmarks of a good shrub are blank, like a blank. That's what we're going to aim for.
There we go. Okay, now I got it.
Okay. Cool.
So you've made some of your own shrubs. How do we do it?
Well, God damn it. Okay, hold on, because then I got stuck on that thought. Say that again.
So you make your own shrubs. How do we do it?
Well, shrubs are really easy to make, and the ones that I'm going to show you guys today, it's a maceration of peach, apple, cinnamon, and habanero.
Whoa. Peach, apple, cinnamon, and habanero. I was not interested, and then it got very interesting all at once. Also, what is a maceration? Is that two words, like maceration? You chop
Oh, I
them
didn't
up?
realize
or-
we were taking it that far back. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Sorry, that was a dead thread that I
Oh,
was
we
borrowing.
killed that.
Yeah, because
I'm
we
so
backed
sorry.
up time.
I'm so sorry.
I
was
just realized that too.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll take it back. All right. So you make your own shrubs. How do we do it?
So it's simple to make a shrub, but today I'm going to show you how to make different types with different layers, like this one with peach, apple, cinnamon, and habanero.
That got really interesting really fast.
Well, you'll like it even better when you know that it's called dead ass.
Dead ass! Because of peaches and butts.
Yeah.
I get it.
But when it comes to shrubs, just know that it's going to be 3 ingredients, and that's what you want to macerate with the sugar and with the vinegar. But you can layer it however you want.
And mash. I keep wanting to think of it as macerate, like you're slaughtering a bunch of them, serrating them at once. But macerate means what?
It means to soften.
Okay, so you're cutting out some stuff, you're infusing some stuff with some other stuff, and adding some things.
Yeah, absolutely. And it breaks down on itself with its own sugars and the sugar that you add to it. So the steps are pretty easy. It's about getting it together and getting it done.
So what's the first step?
So I'm going to core the fruit that I have today because we have apples and peaches.
Okay.
Obviously, we don't want that nasty pit in there, and we don't want the seeds or anything from the apple to get in there because it can affect the flavor depending on what type of apple you get.
Now,
So-
obviously, we're making this on our own, but do people buy off the shelf shrubs?
Sure, they do. And when you're buying those shrubs, they are quality products. But to me, it's kind of like buying your own simple syrup. If you've got the time, you can make it yourself.
Well, and I think that's one of the differences. If what you want to do is build a reputation for making handcrafted cocktails, you want as much as possible to be made by your own hands.
Now, I will say I have had some of the shrubs that are on the market. They're not too bad, but really, I find enjoying this, and I have a lot of fun when I'm making this.
Would Sunny Delight? I'm sorry. Oh, so you can see it. Yeah. Sorry.
For the record, Brent, I am getting some money shots of it right now.
Am I?
Nope, you're good. Keep going.
You're good.
Okay, because I didn't think about this
Yeah,
with
that's all right.
continue. Yeah. Okay.
So, would Sunny Delight be a shrub?
Yeah, I mean, technically, right?
Hawaiian Punch?
Coca-Cola?
Rave number 5 hairspray.
Diet Coke Zero.
Now you're just taking me back to my childhood with all of that. So simply what you're going to do, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I am not a chef, so y'all can keep your comments to yourself. I could burn cereal if you gave me the chance, but what you're going to do is you're just going to chop this up into little chunks, little bits, and let the sugar do its work once we get it all together.
And when you say the sugar, I assume we're adding sugar, or we're relying just on the sugars in the fruit?
No, we're going to be adding granulated sugar, and here's the other thing. You can add any kind of sugar. You can use coconut sugar. You can use brown sugar, sugar in the raw.
Today I learned that coconut sugar is a thing. I didn't even know.
I didn't know it was a thing until last year when I saw it and it was $8 a pound, and I thought, nope.
You're like, you know what? It's not a thing. Not a thing this wallet can handle.
However, for anyone who is out there thinking about diets or trying to stay away from sugar, there are alternatives when it comes to Shrubs. You can use the natural sugar from the fruits that you use, but you can also buy the sugar alternatives to still make.
Like,
natural.
yeah, like,
Yes.
or Splenda or whatever.
Now-
Like, that wouldn't be a crime against humanity, or?
No, it's not a crime against humanity. However, it is going to get expensive.
Got it.
Because you are going to the thing that you need to think about when you're doing a shrub is your ratios. Typically, it's 1 to 1 to 1. So 1 to vinegar, 1 to sugar, and then 1 to the actual.
Oh. And is this by mass or volume? I guess it's got to be by mass, right?
Yeah, it's by mass. You can scale it out. I've done enough that I know how much is what. You can go by cups, you can go by grams, however you want to do it. Eyeballing it, it's not going to hurt it. And there are several different steps that you can take to actually make a shrub.
Between the lines, I'm hearing a lot of "this is art, not science." It sounds to me like we're in cooking territory where you do you.
And that's the way it should be. It's not exactly like baking, but just kind of get it diced up into small little bits because it's about surface area too and how much sugar is hitting the fruit itself.
Well, that's interesting. So if it is surface area, then there's a reason that you're picking roughly, 1 centimeter to 1 inch size cubes?
Exactly. And you don't want it to break down too far because you can create too much viscosity with the syrup that comes out of it from the sugar breaking it down.
So we're
too
not
much.
doing something like we did with the Pruno where we're just making a mash.
No, and I'll just kind of like chop it up here and there just to get it in the bag or get it into the pot, whatever you're doing, whether you're cooking it or like today, we're going to talk about sous vide.
So what I assume, wait,
He said sous vide. You heard that, right?
yes?
Did you not take French in high school?
No.
You?
Wait, all I know is sous vide's the thing where you cook a steak in a bag.
Yeah. Can you make a steak shrub?
Yes, steak shrub, medium rare.
Meat shrub. Let's do it.
Episode just ends. All of a sudden we're there with Kent Shoverly.
Okay, so we've diced up our peaches. What now? The apple?
Yeah, so next we're going to core the apple, and you just get a simple apple core.
That's a thing.
Wow. Today I learned there's an apple core.
Me too.
That's a thing.
Wow.
King puck, baby.
I should probably eat apples.
Yeah.
Did that go straight into the trash? That was
Yes,
magical.
it did. So then,
You're like one of those flair bartenders.
oh, don't talk about those days.
Oh, you just dropped like a slur. That's amazing.
No, it's not a slur. It's a past life.
Oh, really?
Thankfully, there are no photos or videos.
Did you have the hippie shake?
Yeah,
No.
were you dealing blackjack at the same time?
No, but I did knock myself out on a New Year's Eve party when I tried to flip a bottle behind my head.
And it just bonked you on the noggin and you went out?
Yeah,
And
just like flat, just face
Did you
down.
like wake up in
flat.
a romantic comedy? What happened?
I woke up with my first wife yelling at me.
I would tip you so big if you knocked yourself unconscious making me a drink. Or at least I tell you I would, but you had been knocked out. You wouldn't have known.
Well, the tip would be you covering the medical bill.
Yeah.
Out of guilt.
The tip would be wear a helmet, Trevor. The bartender with a helmet.
The number one rule of flair, if we're going to get into it, is never flare drunk, and that's what I did.
I love the idea of you walk up to the bar and somebody's wearing a helmet and you're like, I'd like a, and you just hear, oh God. And he's the world's most cautious flair bartender.
I didn't know that concussions were a part of the Harvey Wallbanger recipe, but it makes it really delicious.
Now, when it comes to flair bartending, actually, one of my best friend in the world, who lives in Raleigh, North Carolina, he was an amazing flair bartender at one point, and he did a competition at the Brewers baseball stadium, and the mascot slides down this big slide in the outfield every time a home run's hit.
Yep.
And when we were there, they said, now, before anyone gets any big ideas, you will be arrested for trespassing if you try to go to the slide. He looks over at me immediately and says, don't even think about it. I got within about 20 feet of that slide before security stopped me.
That's amazing.
Want to know a story about adolescent Jason?
Go on.
Thought he was going to be a flair bartender. Practiced juggling bottles for hours in my bedroom.
You have watched Cocktail, and I'll bet you've watched it more than once.
No, I don't even like that movie. but I thought
How
the
would you
Flair
know
bar
whether or
too.
not you liked it?
I
if
saw it
you'd never-
once. I saw it once, and I wanted to do that. Didn't like the movie, but I wanted to be able to
I'm out of here.
be
This
cool and yeah, sorry. There was a cold open right there. Okay, so we've got these diced up peaches and apples. What's next?
Okay, so essentially we do have an equal proportion. They may not be completely equal, but it doesn't have to be. So next, since we're going to be using the sous vide, which if y'all didn't take French class in high school, means in a vacuum.
In a vacuum.
Oh, that's what it means?
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
okay.
So we're going to put them in these fun little space bags.
I thought, man, the French came up with a word for boiling meat in a bag.
We'll just, yeah, do this.
You're right. It's not science.
It's not. I'm also in a awkward fucking position. All right. Oh, Brian, while I'm doing this, can you, let's not show the mold on that hub and hub. There's a bag down there that has cinnamon sticks in it. It's like cinnamon, broke up cinnamon sticks. It's by the vinegar on the top of the bar.
Oh, got it.
Yep, thank you. Yeah, just put them in a glass or something so it's like not out of a broken bag that I fucked up. By the way, I hope no one calls me out on this. Those were hitless peaches.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, they didn't have pit in them. I didn't realize that.
Right here, why don't you keep that behind the bar and you can pull it back up?
And then, okay, and then pull it, okay. Because I got to add the, I'm going to cut the habanero.
Habanero.
Yeah, see, I always add, someone acute, they said that the other day, they're like, you add this letter that's not there.
I got a pointed note from John Rubio.
Okay.
Yeah. No Enye.
It's habanero. You
No,
sound like a stupid
I'm
white
gonna go to the
person when you say
habanero.
habanero.
Okay.
Okay, so we bagged up our fruits, and now you got some habaneros. What do we do with those?
Well, pretty
Same
easy.
thing?
Yeah, but depending on the habanero, how fresh it is, I have made shrubs in the past that had one full one. Sometimes I had two, but these seem to be pretty hot, so I'm just using a half one for this entire shrub.
Okay,
And it's going to go in the bag with the rest of the fruit.
little goes a long way.
And then I do have some cinnamon bark. This is some Vietnamese cinnamon bark. Vietnamese cinnamon typically has like, it's a little bit more potent than regular cinnamon bark, so I like to use it as much as possible.
Today I learned there's different types of cinnamon.
There's
Today I learned that cinnamons have a national identity. They're citizens of various countries.
well, there's Madagascar cinnamon, there's Vietnamese cinnamon, there's all kinds of different cinnamons. Okay, and once you get this bag closed, it's sealed good, then you're gonna take your sealer and you're gonna just pull out the air.
Oh, you're vacuum sealing the bag itself. Okay.
And the thing is, when you're doing this, if you are doing a sous vide, you don't have to get it exactly. You don't have to get exactly all. You don't have to get all of the air out, because once it's cooking in the sous vide, that air is going to push out.
Here.
Oh wait, yeah, say it again. So the main. You don't have to worry about getting all the air out, because when you're cooking in a sous vide, the rest of the air that's in the bag will push out with the heat.
So we don't need the sugar or the liquids or anything at this point. This is all just
shit.
the.
The cinnamon distracted me. Thank you. Thank you, Brian.
Watch the outtakes on youtube.com/scam stuff.
This woman looked
I
at
thought I was just making conversation.
So this woman looked at me the other night. She goes, honey, I like to drink. What's blazing about this saddle? And I go, well, there's no habanero in it. I just completely forgot one of the ingredients of my
You
own
just gave me a
drink.
saddle.
I did
There's no fire to it.
my own drink. I didn't even. That's how I lost my first contest, was forgetting to drink like chop style.
What
Okay.
I'm hearing is that Brian actually is a legitimate.
Fuck you, Brand.
Oh, somebody's.
Oh, that was good. Oh, that was
Guinness! Hey-oh!
You like Guinness? Oh, that was good. That was so good. Okay. So, I've got my bag. I got the cinnamon.
Can you rub that maceration on a sick burn?
Oh God, it's been too long. All right.
All right, be fair.
We're good. We're good.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got our cinnamon, we've got our peaches, we've got our apples. What's next?
And don't forget the habanero, because now we're going to go with the sugar.
And the purpose of the sugar is what? Sugar infuses or just sweetens everything?
think ceviche. Think about how a citrus will break down the proteins of a fish. That's what this sugar is doing to this fruit right now.
Got it. It's
And-
helping to turn everything into a delicious soup.
Exactly. And what you are doing, you're weighing this out. I eyeball it. I'm doing about roughly 2 cups of sugar to roughly 2 cups of fruit. It's not exact.
And
so-
that's that 1 to 1 to 1 to 1 that we talked about.
Exactly.
You're making it too complicated. A little bit of yeast and some ketchup, and
You're done.
yeah.
Now, there is one important step when you are sous vide, and if you get all the sugar to the bottom of the bag, sometimes it doesn't cook correctly.
Got it.
So you do kind of want to,
Massage it around. You
Yeah.
want everything coated and a fairly even distribution of all the materials.
like an oleum saccharum.
Sure.
We both will assume those are words.
I'm not a doctor, so I'm just going to take your word for it.
Well, that
If you have oleum saccharum for more than 4 hours, you should call one though.
oleum saccharum is a lot like a maceration, where you're essentially letting the product that you're using, whether it's a fruit or vegetable, break down on its own and use its juices to create the flavor that you want in a bag, wrapped up like this, sealed, and just breaking down on its own.
Got
Pretty
it.
sure you made that up, but I'll let it slide.
Buy a dictionary. All right, and now we're gonna pull the rest of the air out. Well, as much as you can. You don't have to worry about getting all of it out, because once you put it in the sous vide with the warm water, that air is gonna escape the bag.
That's a good point. So we're not doing something like with the pruno or any of the brewing or any of that stuff. It's not the type of thing where any amount of oxygen is going to be deadly, since we know we're just going to cook it out.
Yeah, exactly. So it's got a pretty good tight seal on it. See here where we have a little too much sugar? This is where you kind of want to go back and just kind of work it in as much as possible.
And you're not doing like we did with the pruno. You're not necessarily mashing to get a consistent blend. You do want there to be, you want it to be very heterogeneous.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want too many areas of sugar that wouldn't get cooked by the fruit. So, and granted, I did kind of get lazy there. This is what big chunks will do to you.
Okay.
This is why surface area is important, having small chunks that suck up a lot of it, but it's still going to work in the end.
So we're cooking this next?
Yeah, so this is my sous vide. And a sous vide,
Trevor, you don't need vinegar, do you?
no,
Oh.
that's vinegar's added afterwards.
Gotcha.
Thank you, though.
Just making sure.
No, hey, you should.
Yeah.
So, do you want me to do that again?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Say how does a sous vide? Yeah, like
Oh, yeah. So we're cooking this next?
yeah, and this is all a sous vide is. So I got this last year, and I love this thing. And what it is you're going to set this in here, like this. You're going to clip it, or they do have lids sometimes that will keep it up. The main thing is you do want to keep any of the vacuum bags, you want to have the hole exposed. You don't necessarily want it in there.
Okay.
Because air can get back in if it's not the greatest of bags.
Oh, I just realized what's going to happen. We're going to vacuum suck. That's just a pump that sucks out the air.
Well, no, it's not.
No.
Wait, sorry. Then dial it back. Are we boiling water? Sorry. What visually are we about to do?
Oh.
We're gonna put some water in here, plug this in, turn it on, and basically cook it.
Okay. Can we just go straight to that?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I need to fill up a pitcher. 'Cause
Okay.
I think we were just going to, yeah.
Great.
Yeah,
Okay.
because the process takes like days. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
But we
So,
can at least
but the
show
visual
it's
of it doing it,
starting
yeah.
and then time forward. Ryan Rushwood.
So
Jim
both
Barr.
pitchers broke this weekend, so I'm going to fill this twice. I'm thinking maybe.
Wait.
What?
If you're gonna do it for the camera, and let's do it on purpose.
Well, no, I was thinking about filling it to make sure that it's doing this, and then introduce it with the water already in it.
Oh, great. Yeah, that's great.
Okay. Because it's going to take a couple of pitchers, and all three of my pitchers broke this week.
Got
besides
it.
This one.
All right.
And I got a nice shot that would be completely isolated from anything going on.
Great.
will you pull the bag out? I know pretty much where it's going to be. I just don't want it to be wet for. Yeah.
Oh, for continuity, yeah.
Thank you. That reminded me of things that the sump pump pulled out of our drains.
Oof!
One-
Oh, gonna wash hands.
3 tampons. Yeah. Yeah.
Gross.
Nobody said I wanted to be a bar manager when I grew up. Partnership for a drug-free America. Okay. So let's I set that down right.
Frickin' I'm letting it go. All right.
Yeah, I've got a hold of it.
Okay.
So I pretty much had my hand on it.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah,
In
don't
fact,
worry
that
about
could
that.
kind of be off to the side. No, I don't think anyone will.
Okay. So just
Yeah.
Yeah, not a
Yeah.
big deal.
okay. So then
Ready?
Yep.
oh, I'm just
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
okay. Okay. So this is a sous vide here, which I've already prepped with the water.
And that's just what, water, is that a heater or?
What's really cool about this thing is you're gonna place your whatever you're cooking in the tub here with it. Mm-hmm. You're then gonna set this. It's gonna keep it at the exact same temperature for the time that it's needed. Now with a sous vide, it is going to take much longer to cook than anything. I mean, you can cook chicken, steak, anything you want really. It's just it may take hours.
Can we get a
Yeah.
shortened version of that? That is basically, this will keep it at this temperature for this
Thank you.
long.
Okay. So what the sous vide does is it keeps it at a constant temperature for however long you have to set it.
Got it.
For instance, with this shrub, it takes about 4 hours to cook it completely. And it will keep it at 60 degrees Celsius for that amount of time.
This is the first time I've wished for a magical floating thing to translate that into Fahrenheit, because I don't know what 60 degrees Celsius is.
I had to look it up when I got this thing too. I didn't even know either. So what you do is, oh shit, where's the word? I haven't been. Yeah, we'll just say, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is going to cook in its own juices in the constant temperature of that water. The great thing about these sous vides is it's a safe way to cook.
Yeah, you're not going to burn down a house.
No, and this thing connects to Wi-Fi.
What?
I can be at the bar working, realize I'm about to run out of shrub. I can start a new batch at home just by getting on my phone and hitting the app.
That's amazing.
Nice.
Best thing is, this is called the Jewel.
Yeah?
It asks you to name it. Mine is Run the.
All right.
Okay. Okay, so it cooks for 4 hours at 60 degrees.
So the shrubs that I already had pre-made, it took about 4 hours to cook.
Actually, I am really interested because
Okay.
we are skipping a step. We don't
yeah.
get to see or know
That's
what
right.
it's like when after it's been cooked. I mean, that's fine. I don't think we
Well,
need
no,
to actually.
do you
plug it
want
in.
the, okay, because it just shoots out water. It just looks like a fountain.
Oh, I mean, if there's a visual element to it, then
Yeah, there is a visual
Yeah,
element.
go for it. Here.
Okay.
So you can go ahead.
I need an extension cord.
I mean, you guys, do you want that shot or do we
What
just?
is,
I can
This
explain it
starts
too.
shooting out water.
Well, it's
Oh,
gonna
wait,
be
here it
different
is.
for every model, so it feels very specific to that piece of equipment.
No reach.
couldn't hurt.
Yeah.
Wait. Do you?
It's not gonna. It's not gonna
Oh,
start
okay. All right,
until I
got
turn
it.
it on.
Okay.
So then I can go to. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, go for it.
So I can just honestly, I can just take out my phone right now, get on the app, my Jewel app, my Run the Jewel.
Yep, we got it.
Oh shit. Okay. Because the Wi-Fi here sucks. I forgot. I forgot the Wi-Fi sucks. Why don't we just explain it?
Well, yeah, okay. Great. Then, my only question is, well, here, I'll ask this.
Yeah.
All right, so I assume there's more steps coming up later, but once this is run for 4 hours, what's the texture? Does anything substantially change about the way it looks and feels?
It literally softens, as the definition says, but it becomes, you see this pliable fruit in here, but it's also covered in juice. And the sugar has kind of dissolved. So a shrub is really a simple syrup without the vinegar yet.
Okay, why are we adding vinegar? This is the one part of the whole shrub thing that breaks my mind. I'm like, why would you add vinegar?
In the cocktail world, what you want is a balanced, layered drink. Vinegar will often add that missing element. Shrubs are great for doing that to a cocktail. Also, the vinegar will keep it shelf stable for much longer than, say, a simple syrup. With, say, strawberries, and you have like a strawberry syrup, it may last a week or two. You put vinegar in it, it could last 6 months on the shelf without refrigerating it.
It is so remarkable to me. There was some economic study that I read where all they did was they said it was a special beer. It's the same beer they always had. All they did was add some apple cider vinegar, and everybody said it tastes better. Everybody thought that they would like it less, but when you didn't tell everybody, everybody liked it better.
Also, vinegar is a great way to hydrate.
What? This,
Yeah.
is there water in vinegar?
Well, back in the old days, in ancient times, they would actually add vinegar or sour wine to their water because they didn't really have good water purification abilities, and so they would put the sour wine in there, and it would kill the bacteria so that they could drink the water.
This is awesome. We're gonna drink immortal cocktails.
All right, what's next? Then we've got our shrubs.
Yeah, okay, there we go. So,
Yeah. So if you could just say like
yeah, I'll explain
is there a
these steps, 'cause-
filtering?
Yeah,
process?
because
Okay,
this
okay,
is
got it.
like
All right.
tedious. So I'll just explain it if that's okay.
Great. Yeah. Just you do the blank, the bleep,
Okay.
and the blop, and you get this, and they're like, but here's the important part. What can we do with it? And-
Okay, awesome.
All right.
So, say after 4 hours this is cooked, it's done, you'll pull it out. You'll have this nice thick syrup that's in there. You'll take this out. You are going to want to fine sift this, whether it be through a mesh strainer or a cheesecloth. You're just going to get it all the chunks and all the syrup out.
So you don't want anything that's going to be cloudy and tendrily swimming around in there.
This is the consistency you're looking
Whoa.
for.
Yeah. No, that's very finely filtered.
So you're going to be able to get that from this.
Yes,
Okay.
just by simply fine straining it through a cone strainer or a sieve or even cheesecloth.
Just to get all the pulp and the mash out. Okay.
Absolutely. And your last step to make it an actual shrub is adding the vinegar.
And I'll bet I know how much if we have 2 cups of the vegetables, or and I better know how much if we have 2 cups of the fruit and we have 2 cups of the sugar. My guess is 2 cups of the vinegar.
Absolutely. And here's the thing that
I am a legitimate bartender.
there it is again.
Great. So
Once-
maybe I say I'm a legitimate bartender.
Yes.
And then we've said everything at this point. So maybe you could just be like, well, what can you make with it?
Okay.
And then and then you could just make a cocktail.
I do want to mention how you can use, like I use apple cider, but you can use any vinegar you want.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
so
just
I'll throw that in.
Here, I'll say I'm a legitimate bartender, and then you can take it.
Yeah.
All right. I am a legitimate bartender.
And keep in mind, you don't have to use apple cider vinegar. I like to use just your basic apple cider vinegar. I don't like to use the raw so much, but
Sorry,
there are.
You
oh, yeah.
said apple cider twice.
I did, didn't I? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm a legitimate bartender.
Now, keep in mind, you can use any kind of vinegar you want. I like to use apple cider vinegar and just the basic stuff. You don't need the raw or the mother's vinegar. You can use rice vinegar, sweetened vinegar, balsamic vinegar,
Today
any
I
kind you
learned
want.
mother's vinegar is a thing.
Never heard of it. Can we have a count of things that we're pretty sure Trevor made up? It's like, doop, doop, just a little rolling. Okay.
It's on the label.
So here, why don't you tee us up?
So what can we make with it?
You can make anything really, but I like to keep it basic because I want the shrub. Oh.
Sorry, I mean, unless there's more takeaways that we need, I would say like
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
gonna make you a blank.
Okay. So I'm gonna want a mocktail. Brian wants a cocktail. What can we make with it?
Well, I'll make you the best cock. Oh, damn it! All right, say that again.
So I'm gonna want a mocktail. Brian's gonna want a cocktail. What can we make with it?
Well, the best mocktail you've ever had, and I'm just gonna make you something that's simplistic, fun, and
Sounds
refreshing.
an awful lot like you saying awesome and some garbage. And some, I guess, poor Jim Beam in there. You're apparently the legitimate bartender.
You tell me, Brian.
Well, a shrub is like a good tool, and it does the work for you.
Yeah. All right, so at this point, I guess we'll just run visual and all that, but we don't want to go into a
Yeah.
whole bunch of, and now I'm, and now I'm, and now I'm. We can just get to the, yeah, who's great, Trevor?
Okay.
Oh, do you want to do that rather than making an actual?
Oh, no, like he should make them, but I just don't, I don't think he has to explain step by step what he's doing on all this
Just
shit.
get a
like,
rough overview?
Yeah,
Like-
we did it. We
well,
made the thing.
actually, run. Okay. Hold on.
Unless there's more takeaways on the shrubs that we need to learn.
So I would like.
Can I leave this down here for the shot, and then we just like okay.
I would like a recipe, like for just a base.
Well, that's what I'm gonna say.
Just for like, okay, now your mocktail has our shrub and this and this.
That can happen with that in our hands, right?
Oh, sure,
Like, I mean, or you guys tell me.
I would
do
say
we-
just make the drinks, and we'll just film
because
them making
they're
it
really simple. No,
afterwards.
this is gonna be. It's like simple as could
Great.
B.
All right.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, like for time, this feels to me like a 10 to 15
Actually,
second.
I've got a way to kind of put that all together for the way that Brian is saying it right now. Give me 1 second.
And also, yeah, since this episode is about the shrubs and not really about the cocktail or
Right.
the mocktail, like I think what we could do is, when we do B-roll, like Trevor goes through it real fast in the way that
I can
People
describe
just
it.
make drinks?
I can describe it as being another bartender's ketchup, and that you don't have to add much to it to make a successful drink. Something to that effect.
Sure. Or just make it and say
Yeah,
whatever. I mean,
I think this could just be made really fast. Whereas
Yeah.
normally we go through like step by step and talk about each step and
Right.
everything. This could just be make the drink. and
Okay.
then-
yeah. And it
That's
can
cool.
even be like just on screen, like Jason's having this, Brian's having that recipe.
Yeah, but with the mocktail, I can't shake it. So I do think we should just cut to you guys having a drink.
Well, okay. Well, go ahead and make it so we have the footage.
Okay. Gotcha. I see what you're saying.
But I'm saying don't worry yourself about what you're saying because we're gonna go kind of straight to this moment. These motherfucking flies. It's that time of year. A bunch of these asshats running around the studio.
Yeah.
Eat any cinnamon.
Was it good? Where is it?
Just a tiny little piece I'm chewing on.
Oh, I'm down for that. That's great. Did you ever get those toothpicks when you were a kid?
Oh, the cinnamon
infused with
toothpicks?
cinnamon? Yeah.
Actually used those to smoke.
Oh, really? Yeah. The fun is I'd keep going, and then the next day I'd be like, yeah.
Oh yeah, they would chew up the inside.
Oh.
The radish one, the blueberry radish one, it turned out really odd. I've made it before, but it doesn't smell like it tastes. It tastes. Yeah. So.
And here, actually, maybe
And then-
dead center, just so I could get a quick shot of it.
Oh, is this,
I'm just literally gonna the shrub in yours.
okay.
Yeah. And then you know what I'll do is I'll top it up. You like ginger beer?
Yeah.
Okay. Because this is really good with ginger beer. Oop.
Nice.
Damn.
Okay, Brian, you can have that back. And then if that's
Wow.
ready, then push that up.
It's so good. Don't smell the shrub. That's all I'm saying. When you taste the shrub, don't smell the shrub.
don't need to qualify.
I don't know how that happened, but it's amazing. It smells awful and it tastes amazing.
The blueberry one?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. No. You saw me just drink.
And so if you could just say, all right, I put this in with this shrub, and you're having this with that shrub. All right.
Wait.
Go ahead.
No.
All right. Looks good.
What do you got?
Wait, yeah, actually, I was say look good. You
Oh,
could just tell us.
I thought you were waiting on him. Okay.
Yeah. Looks good.
Yeah, that one's pretty simple. I just threw some whiskey in it along with dead ass shrub.
And what is this one? This is the Road Rash blueberry shrub mixed with non-alcoholic ginger beer.
Yeah, and it's gonna have a tinge of radish in there as well.
Okay. Well,
This is me trying to toast. There you go.
there we
Boom.
go. Oh, that's great.
Wow.
got a
It's
bite.
so remarkable. I never would have thought that I would want any kind of vinegar or anything. Sorry. I'm getting choked up with the thought. I never thought I would want any kind of vinegar, anything. But otherwise, I think all those fruits would have been too sweet for me to enjoy it. And between the whiskey and the vinegar, it really strikes an awesome balance. And there's just enough of that right kick with the spice.
Yeah, and this is an amazing mocktail. It's got that bite from the ginger brew, but it's also got the sweetness of the blueberries.
All right,
and you're
Trevor.
right. Don't smell it. Just drink it.
All right, Trevor, where can people see, are we promoting a thing or an opportunity to come see you in person? Or
Just do, no, because new transition, just Instagram and Twitter.
Okay, all right, I'll say, where could people follow you? All right.
Website's still under hold right now.
All right, Trevor, where can people follow your shenanigans?
Barstool Theory at Instagram and say that again.
All right, Trevor, where can people follow your shenanigans?
Twitter, Barstool Theory, Instagram, Barstool Theory, and wherever Rumplemints is sold.
Okay. Yeah, I believe that part.
True. That's true. In spite of their restraining order.
Hey, they follow me on Twitter now. It's
Rumplemints
okay.
does like a reverse sponsorship. They're like, we'll pay you to just stop mentioning.
They did send me a birthday box.
Oh, that's
full
amazing.
Of shit. Yeah, from Gary. Who's the motivational
Vanderchuck, yeah.
Yeah, he owns part of Rumplemints now.
Oh, really?
He loves Rumplemints.
Yeah.
And he signs like everything he sends to the mailing list. It's like his signature. It's great.
Nice.
Yeah.
Want me to call him?
Do you know? Tell him because I think he and I should do a Rumplemints commercial.
Yeah,
They don't
drop
have a
me an
national.
email.
They do not have a national commercial, and I've got the idea for it.
Oh, great. Let's talk.
Okay.
There's an ice cube melting in your sugar.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's
I got a new
time
bag of sugar
sensitive
coming.
thing.
I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
I appreciate though.
All right.
Alright,
I feel like we're in the groove now.
Yeah. That took a while to get back in the groove for me.
I gotta go
Cutting.
pay my parking.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Why did you guys pay for parking?
I'm rolling camera.
And rolling here. Go ahead and give it a clap for me.
Do you want to bring us in with like a, you could say brought to you by Omaze.com and I'll say, hey, we're doing an Omaze thing. It's a 2019 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon 4x4.
Correct. And
$40,000 cash.
Brian,
to
do me a favor.
customize it.
Give me a tap. Okay.
$40,000 cash. And all you got to do is go to omaze.com/rogue and donate now. That's all we got to say at the top, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
I think
right.
that covers it. I think that covers it. This one's actually seems pretty light on the mandates.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
which was
I just want to make
surprising.
sure they're big on don't call it a raffle.
Right.
Just say chances or
Enter to win.
yeah, enter to win. You get to win every single donation. You are making a donation and entering to win.
Yeah.
Every single donation supports.
Folds of honor.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Today's episode is brought to you by Omaze.
Sorry.
Today's episode is brought to you by Omaze.
Oh my gosh, we're finally doing an Omaze thing. It's going to be a Jeep 2019 Wrangler Rubicon 4x4 with $40,000 of upgrades. It's a Rogue Mobile. Donate now at omaze.com/rogue. Rogue Mobile. All right.
I want it.
You can enter.
Okay, hang on.
I think that was good, but I wouldn't mind the backup.
Sure.
Today's episode is brought to you by Omaze.
Dude, we're finally doing an Omaze thing.
I know.
A 2019 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon 4x4 with $40,000 of upgrades. Are you freaking kidding me?
Go to omaze.com/rogue and enter to win.
You're donating for. Sorry.
That's
When,
okay.
when you said enter, I didn't know. I think they wanted the word donate or.
Where?
Well, they do say enter.
Yeah, enter for your
Okay.
chance to win, or donate $10 and you're enter to win.
Okay.
But I was trying to stay away from the $10 because that's where it seems to get a little hinky.
Yeah.
Because they're like for
yeah,
as little as
just
10.
donate and have a chance. Here, we'll do one backup.
Today's episode is brought to you by
I
Omaze.
feel like we made it. We're finally doing an
I know.
Omaze thing. A 40. Sorry.
Today's episode is brought to you by Omaze.
Dude, I feel like we finally made it. We're doing an Omaze thing.
It's huge.
We're going to create some good in the universe. At 2019. Sorry.
Today's episode is brought to you by Omaze.
Oh my God, we finally made it. We're doing an Omaze thing.
I know.
For a 2019 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon 4x4 with $40,000 of upgrades.
That's amazing.
All
Go
you
to-
have to do is. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I stepped on
No,
it.
that's fine. That's fine.
I was just taking the baton from
No, you did great. I should have backed away.
That's
All
okay. Today's episode is brought to you by Omaze.
Dude, I feel like we made it. We're doing an Omaze thing. It's for a Jeep Wrangler Rubicon 2019 4x4 with $40,000 of upgrades.
Yes, go to omaze.com/rogue and donate to win.
Folds of honor. Educational scholarships and to the spouses and children. So scholarships. All right,
Ready?
yeah.
So we're giving away Brian's Jeep.
Well, I wish. Wait, then I can buy this awesome other Jeep. Dude, this is amazing. If you've not heard of Omaze, they're doing good by giving the kind of rewards that normally are reserved for billionaires, but they democratize the whole process. Everybody donates and everybody gets a chance to win an awesome once-in-a-lifetime experience. In this case, it's a 2019 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon 4x4 with $40,000 of upgrades.
And you get to work with the Collins brothers to pick those upgrades. You got 40 grand to customize it.
Put a big fat modern Rogue logo on the side.
Yes.
Also, we need to pick a logo. It can't just be MR.
We also need to do that.
That's
yes.
fine.
Yes.
But here's the important thing: is every single donation goes to benefit Folds of Honor.
That is an educational scholarship that goes to disabled and excuse me. That's an educational. It's an educational scholarship that goes to the
I believe it benefits the.
Every donation supports.
Yeah, there we go. Every donation supports. Wait, we have to say what it is.
Every donation supports Folds of Honor, a great cause that provides educational scholarships to the spouses and children of America's fallen and disabled servicemen.
Yeah, so we'll just say Folds of Honor. Yeah.
Okay.
Something Folds of Honor.
Yeah, every donation supports Folds of Honor.
Wait, I would have to back up.
Oh,
Before
would you?
that. I know I ended with Folds of Honor.
Okay, gotcha.
So some supports Folds of Honor.
Yes, that. Sorry, shit. Give me again.
Folds of Honor.
Keep backing up too far.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you could just say they. These are fantastic people who do whatever.
Yeah.
Folds of Honor.
It's a fantastic organization that contributes to educational scholarships for the children and spouses of fallen service members.
Yeah, the best part is you get the smug satisfaction of knowing you're better than everybody else by donating to a good cause, and you also get the hope and joy every time you go to sleep of knowing you now have a chance to win a 2019 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon 4x4 with $40,000 of upgrades.
Yes, joy, happiness, smug satisfaction. Who doesn't love all of those things? Go to omaze.com/rogue and enter to win.
Nailed it.
Do we know if this offer is applicable to people outside the United States?
I don't know. I don't remember seeing
I don't see
anything.
any restrictions on that.
Yeah, there's probably something in there, but not in our guidelines that we are supposed to cover. There are some rabbit hole links that will be placed on there, but yeah, I don't see anything that we're.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I got to be honest, I'm really surprised given that this is
Big.
could be construed as some form of gambling. But I'm guessing their lawyers know more than we do. Do you want a safety on any of that?
As long as you guys feel like you hit the points, I can probably cut it down.
I think we did.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it. I think we're good.
It's always easier to cut down than it is to build up.
Oh, the only thing we left out was here. We could do a quick wild line of like,
Okay.
you know that thing I was doing on those game shows where it's like you get the car and then they're like, haha, now you have to pay taxes and fees.
Right.
Not this time.
Right. Yeah. Good.
You good? You know that thing that you always hear about when somebody wins a car in a game show or whatever?
Oh,
and then,
yeah.
Then they get, sorry. You know that thing you hear about where like somebody wins a car in a game show and then they get stuck with taxes, title, license, and they have to write a check and they're like, what am I, just buying a car?
It's hardly worth it.
Not happening this time. They cover all of that. You just get the sweet, sweet Rogue Mobile.
You have to call it that. I mean, it's implied.
You don't have to, but
It's
also,
implied.
then you have to go on a road trip.
I mean,
and
if
then you
you're
have to come
cool.
visit us here at MRHQ. I mean, that
And let
part,
us- let us
that part
drive.
I think is a definite.
You got to let us drive it around too.
You might have to learn how to drive the manual.
Knew that was going to come up.
All right.
Yeah, that seemed to land.
I think so.
I feel you, Jason.
Yeah.
I've never driven a manual.
I can probably swing it, but it wouldn't be pretty.